but the recipe to success here for both teams. But it turns out Claude is such such an easy hero to deal with. Not because of the fact that it's a bad hero, but in this series, it has been up against Franco. So I feel like Franco shut down that keys to victory on both sides because it is a win condition deleted on your side.
Well, they've swapped sides here as we go into the draft for Game 3. Again, I'm wondering if we're going to see a similar bans like we saw from the previous games.
Yeah, it is going to be the Julian ban for the third consecutive time here as Omega moves forward onto the blue side and BREN takes over for the red. So now I'm thinking how you would be able to go ahead and, counter the strategy, because there is a possibility for Omega to pick those comfortable heroes that they've had in the very first game, and they also have the tendency to turn things around when things aren't really going well for them. Meanwhile, BREN Esports, we've managed to see these guys take control of the macro gameplay very well, and if there are very minimal errors in the way they actually play all throughout the series, it's usually gonna go for them. So two different, contrasting sides, but this one isn't contrasting. Valentina out.
There is a change up with how these two teams approach the draft. BREN Esports, they went for the Faramis ban first off, and instead of banning out the Beatrix straight away, and Omega responded with a Valentina ban. So I feel like the change in the slots made a lot of sense for both teams, and Omega responded quickly with removing the Valentina. BREN Esports, they removed the 1-1. I think BREN Esports, they're trying to give Beatrix the smart Omega so that they have a more better controlled 2 picks on their side, and I feel like that is that is most likely gonna be a Claude +1. But Omega, again, this is really scary territory for BREN Esports. You're giving Kelra Beatrix, so I feel like BREN Esports respect is warranted on the side of smart Omega. You still ban out the Beatrix, or if you give it, you should pick up straight up Beatrix counters like the Esmeralda, the Mashas on the side of BREN. And that's a question for Omega. If you're given a situation to pick up the Beatrix, do you take it, or you straight up pick the Esmeralda or the Masha?
Your team is picking.
I think we're going to find out, right? Because it is open, and I think it's a clear sign for Smart Omega. Like, might as well just take the Beatrix. It's been banned out, but if they don't take it, they might just decide, let's do the Fanny here on our side.
Your team.
BREN Esports, I think you have no choice. You have to pick Esmeralda plus Beatrix. And you'd give out Renzio the Masha, and you will have a taste of another ultimate bumping experience. That's Ube strat for you.
Yeah. hey man. I just have to say though, this gives a little bit more, leeway and room for BREN Esports to be able to pick what they want, given that the Beatrix isn't picked here. They kind of play, Omega's somewhat playing mind games with them, given that they think you're gonna go with Beatrix, but nah. We're gonna make you think that we're gonna pick the Beatrix, but it isn't gonna be the case here, as BREN Esports still thinking about what the possibility is here, but consistent bans all throughout, I have to say though. So this time around, I think that was, the Beatrix, so yeah, we got it right, but instead, they're gonna go with the Masha.
I understand it. It's it's a much more comfortable situation for BREN Esports to go up with the Masha.
Does Omega take the Franco?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. You take the Franco here plus Claude. Either that, or because I think Iritel and carry is still a possibility for the second phase pickup for Omega. So I think you go for a Franco and then Esmeralda or Eve. Actually, Eve is a much better choice. Eve Franco or Eve Esmeralda? Eve Esmeralda is going to be the choice here. Franco, you can save for last because you have a lot of options here for Smart Omega. Number one, the show is still up for the taking. But the question is, the main question of this game is BREN Esports, will they take the Franco?
Yeah. That's another thing, because now they have the last pick before we go to the second phase of banning. So there might be a huge chance that Franco will be banned here, unless things, go a little different for both of these teams. They said, nope, we're not going to be banning Franco because it has been the catalyst for hours as to how we win the game. So this time around, they go with the instant counter. They go with an immediate counter to the Esmeralda, which is going to be the Deroth. We're still waiting if they're are going to be the ones to pick it up. And if this might be the case here, it's looking likely that Pandora or the Masha is going to be the roamer for the side of BREN.
Yeah, there's three things to go about this for BREN Esports. Either it be a normal XP lane Tiroth, and then you have the roaming Masha or the jungle Masha, or it's the other way around. It can be a jungle Masha and then an XP Tiroth. Now Atlas is banned, so Omega most likely will ban out the Franco because BREN Esports gets first pick on second phase.
Yeah.
But they banned out the Link. Much respect to kyletzy.
So I know we haven't seen much of jungle Dairoth. I know it can work, but I would actually just prefer to see it parked in the lane, XP lane with Esmeralda, because like we've actually mentioned, like you've mentioned, Midnight, you know, most teams didn't really have an answer early on for Esmeralda or late game. Well, Dairoth is that biggest answer, right? So that will work really well for them. And also at the same time, the thing is, the Masha, right? Because we've primarily seen it in the side lanes, hasn't been in the roam. I'm wondering too if that can actually be utilized well in the jungle. There's the Franco ban, by the way, too. It's actually BREN.
It's BREN that banned it out. Ooh, it's really the flex of the Masha pick here for BREN Esports. I mean, at this point, I'm not gonna be surprised if Few picks up, you know, the likes of the Barca, the Kagura, even the Selena.
Yeah.
Like, you can just throw out every comfort picks for the side of BREN Esports, and I think it's gonna work well because you do provide enough fast-paced momentum for either of the junglers, either the Diron or the Masha. You provide them with the necessary toolkit to have control of the early game. And in a way, you're gonna have a better game because you already have the Beatrix that is already a problem that seeks the attention of Smart Omega.
Yeah, speaking of problems, I don't think there's a lot of vision coming in, but I guess we're gonna be repeating
Few likes
game
this
number
pick.
1, man.
Yeah.
Few likes to go to the beach, if I should
I mean,
say.
it's a renaissance Few. You know, Few back in Signal Ultra was one of the first few heroes to really capitalize on the Kadita. It's such a good hero against Eve because you can, you know, you can make
That's
the
true.
Eve jump.
Imagine they pick the Johnson.
Yeah.
Imagine this is the game. They're like, you know what, game 3, let's just do it. Johnson Kadita.
Claude, there you go. The show is the choice here for Smart Omega. I want to see the Johnson Kadita for BREN Esports. For once, BREN, Coach Ducky, for once in your life, make the venomous move. 'Cause, you know, I think for the longest time, BREN has been really how to say this, orthodox.
Yeah.
If that's
traditional,
if that makes a traditional approach with how they draft and play their game. But for now, I want to see a Johnson Kadita. I want to see a KJ combo.
Just go outside of the box.
Yeah, kill the fun.
Just for game 3.
Literally go outside the box of the Eve.
A hybrid ducky. That's what I want to see this time around, man.
Well, he's got the haircut.
Yeah, he's got a haircut.
Yeah, he's turning pages.
All we need is a car, bro.
Show it to us. Get the Johnson.
Come on, man.
Get the Johnson.
We're just waiting, man.
Get the Johnson.
We're just waiting.
Get the Johnson.
Say it one more time.
What else needs to be said?
Get the Johnson.
Oh,
It wasn't.
oh.
It's a roll.
Okay, it's a Rome Masha.
It's a Rome Masha, and this time around they're gonna go with a Lancelot pick. They want to go with the scaling that Fanny has from the early to mid stages. But Midnight, what are you thinking about this?
I would say BREN Esports went for a much faster draft. Again, Wolf mentioned it earlier that it's one of the keys to victory for BREN Esports. Have a more aggressive lineup, and I think this is going to work for BREN Esports. They have the Masha to completely contest the Fanny during his jungling stage. And you also have the Lancelot that is one of the fastest jungle clears in the game, and also a fast-paced jungle.
Is this kyletzy channeling
The inner
Carl
TZ.
TZ, the inspiration that he had? Is he going to be playing with the skin as well?
Yeah.
We're going to find out.
Oh man, we are gonna find out because we are in for a treat, ladies and gentlemen. Who will be the ones to take the W for this series? Will it be the Hive or will it be the Barangay? We will find out soon enough because this is gonna be game 3. Now, taking a look.
Right, and now that we see a lot of Fanny popping up again, this could be a very good matchup of Lancelot and Fanny and how they set the pace here, right? But already, like you guys mentioned, man, BREN has a ton of damage on their side already.
Look at this. Even the Claude is helping the Fanny just to take his orange buff. on the bottom lane. Omega they are fully aware that BREN will do this.
This is a little bit risky though. Ogwin quite low here. He should be fine, but was just trying to solve anything that he could. And even though all that effort, that is going to be the purple being secured here for Smart Omega.
Yeah, and that's already a delay coming in from the Omega jungler. So BREN Esports taking a little bit of the up top damage that they can give in like the first few minutes or the first minute of the matchup. And this might just be the same scenario that we see time and time again, right? It's just Kelra and Super Marco having their own time, like having their own lane, you know, focus on your own lane, mention what you can do, but so far it's Ryzen, man, right on time.
Just waiting for Ryzen to commit. They knew that was going to happen, and the patience from BREN.
Oh my goodness, that call from View really destroyed the timing of Omega. Jump! Look at the dashes from kyletzy.
He's channeling, I mean, he's doing more than that. Just kyletzy already sitting at 2-0 on this Lancelot this early on is very scary, as now he's looking for another kill here.
Missed.
Forcing a Renzio back. And now Ryzen back there too. Oh, they're not done just yet. And that's going to be a kill secured for Pandora. And now Chaknu trying to help them out here, but should be just a fine as Turtle now comes up here for the taking. Looks like BREN Esports is going to go ahead and work on this one. kyletzy does have the retribution available. This should be a free turtle for BREN Esports.
Bro signed, you know, planted a signature into the top lane of making sure that they got it under control. It's the micro mechanic coming in from kyletzy, man.
I miss this. I miss the Lancelot dashes that they used to do back in the days, like the diagonal patterns. kyletzy bringing it back. I mean, you don't even need to do it, but kyletzy, he realized he needed more stacks to be able to take out the explainer of Smart Omega, and now Ogrin. Just again, complete nuisance against the jungle farm for Smart Omega. And for the Fanny, for Ryzen, this is annoying because you have to be worried about your own farm, and you also have to worry about the presence of the Masha, because you have to put enough pressure so that BREN Esports react. But in this situation, BREN Esports, they're the ones who are pressing the moves against Smart Omega, and they have nothing against it.
Yeah, and at some point now, Ogwen is somewhat trying to fill up the void of the assistance that they want to do from the bot side. They've taken at least 75% of the energy shield, so that will be a huge advantage coming in from Super Marco. So now, Smart Omega, somewhat of a snowball type of composition, given that Ryzen is already there, has been taken out of consideration, given that there's just a lot of damage given up by the side of BREN Esports. And View, just with the positioning, is just amazing. But Pandora, though,
top side of Pandora, quite low. Finally getting taken out. Ryzen grabbing a kill for himself here. Meanwhile, off cam, a kill goes over to BREN. And now, meanwhile, on the top side, Renzio going to get focused down. Ogwin taking too many hits from the turret as Ogwin is still alive. Able to just survive that one. Ryzen hungry for the kill, but not going to be able to get it.
what just happened there, man?
I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. It might be that the tower damage, increase, reset with the last hit to Ogwen, because the recharge wasn't there. It was not enough for Ogwen. He didn't have the energy needed.
Can he get the kill? He can't. As he goes in, now he's going to be in a bad position here. Finesse and gets out in time. Chaknu looking for that way of the dragon, but not going to commit it there. So, Few actually almost able to get a kill here, but Kill BJ in trouble now as kyletzy under the turret grabs a kill.
He is out of control right now, and this is the typical Lancelot that we're used to seeing. Pandora, however, in the top lane.
Pandora! What happened there? He's actually still alive for now, but here comes Kelra looking to grab the kill. Grabs it, but Pandora almost able to survive that one. So this is just action all across the map by both teams.
Yep, but again, you have to be worried about the Lancelot of BREN Esports, who has been able to find his snowball in this game, and this is really scary for Smart Omega. They don't have any tanky heroes, even though the Esmeralda, she's very tanky, not by the sense that she can tank all the damage of BREN Esports. She's just capable of sustaining. But against a Lancelot that is this farm, it's really scary for Omega to tank up to soak up the damage output of Brent's jungler.
Yeah, but in exchange of that, you know, Pandora's been taking a lot of damage coming in from the rest of the members of Smart Omega. Hopefully that trade will be fruitful for them, most especially now that BREN Esports is taking over in terms of the economy, 3,000 to be exact. And not to mention, you know, Super Marco hasn't really been part of those types of team fights, and they've just transitioned into the top lane. But taking a look at the items right now, you're taking a look at kyletzy, man. No longer having the high-end Rai. He said, scratch that, I'm gonna go for a different emblem, and he's been taken over ever since.
Ooh, under the turret again goes kyletzy.
Oh my.
Grabbing a kill on the king just like that. Now the rest of the team here rising
So
to take
much
quite a bit of damage.
damage.
You can't get the angle that he needs. Pandora now looking for the invisible strike. Can he get it?
Oh.
And they go deep under the tier 2. The flex, the finesse from kyletzy with the double.
That has got to be part of the top 10 highlights, man. I'm telling you.
Sexy as hell.
What just happened there?
That's another
it was
term
just,
for
you know,
finesse.
yeah. That was sexy. That was spicy. That was icy. That was whatever you need to call it, man.
I cannot control myself, you know. I'm a huge Lancelot fan, and whenever I see these types of plays, that's why I follow TikTokers for plays like that. And kyletzy just showed up against Omega.
I'm gonna be sure that this is gonna be on TikTok later on, man. Pretty sure what's
With
about
the
to happen
slowed down
here.
music.
You got it on point.
The guy has had to kill a minute, right? He's 7-0-1.
It's over at kill a minute.
At 7 minutes here. This is insane for a debut of the Lancelot hero pick, right? I mean, this is an amazing performance from kyletzy. Someone stepping into those shoes and just proving himself what a threat he is.
I gotta say, Coach Ducky, the locker room, he might be just going like this. Hey, good pickup. We have a good pickup.
They just followed
Nice
it, man.
purchase.
Yeah.
Nice purchase.
They got what they had, man. They got what they paid for, and now kyletzy, you know, managing and giving out a show, most especially to the Hive, to the BREN Esports fans, because they are right here being aggressive. You know, once that Lancelot that takes control, it's the others that follow. And now Super Marco with that weapon mastery is going to be a problem later on.
Yeah, there's a ton of damage coming out from BREN Esports. You also have to be worried about Ogwen with his ultimate now that he has the Guardian's helmet. And kyletzy... kyletzy, look at this.
That was the most just crazy time.
Yeah.
Anticipation. So interesting, right? Again, we're only 8 minutes in the game here.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this. How do you even stop this snowball that is already kyletzy?
Here's the problem. Again, there's no catch. And you're up against a Lancelot that if you miss, you're gonna die. There's a reason why the Lancelot Blade of Heptasis Endless Battle build was heavily nerfed. He was just, you know, one-shotting heroes right there and then. For now, he has built up the War Axe, I believe, and the Heart of the Strike. It allows him to continuously fight. As long as he has the dashes and the stacks are up, Smart Omega is gonna find it really, really hard to engage into the Lancelot. The only way for them to be able to take out the Lance is with a TikTok play from Cho. And I think it's gonna be hard for Chaknut to pull that off because kyletzy has been really conscious about his usage of the Thorn Rose. He has never committed the Thorn Rose unless absolutely necessary. You remember the pickoff that he did against Fanny?
Yeah.
He had Thorn Rose there.
Yeah.
But he chose to go with the dashes.
Oh, man. Okay, so as we come back from that pause there, it looks like Feud, he used the ultimate, but no one went down there. So as we catch back up here, like you were mentioning, at midnight, you're going to have to rely on Chaknu. Like, look for a TikTok play, an amazing setup, but how difficult is that in actual reality, right?
I mean, against a Lancelot.
Against a Lancelot, man, that can just Thorn Rose and Phantom Execution out of there if he wants to. You know, who do you really catch if you're Smart Omega? Who do you look for on BREN Esports? Because kyletzy's already tough.
And that's the thing also, how do you even catch at least one of the members if you don't have any crowd control skill? So now it is BREN Esports getting the first Lord of the game, given that they have the snowball necessary, and kyletzy just using the punctures to his advantage. You know, the calculations of the skills, and now BREN Esports slowly surrounding the mid lane.
Oh, they're going to go in already. They're not even going to wait for the Lord here as they continue to just focus on this tier 2 turret. I mean, they can just continue to push in. I mean, they're 8.5k gold lead ahead at not even 10 minutes in the game. That's how massive this BREN Esports snowball is.
Yeah.
And a lot of it, again, started on kyletzy here. The rest of the team just profiting off of that. Specifically, Super Marco, who's had a vacation of a mode on this Beatrix. He's 0-0-0, but he's quite farmed up too. So now the Lord marching up the top side. Let's see if Smart Omega can defend.
Ryzen is in the despair of a purple buff. He entirely needs that energy boost to be able to fight against BREN Esports. And even Lancelot is finding it hard to look for opportunities to go win with the blazing do it. Because guess what? Again, BREN Esports, they have a ton of damage. A plethora of burst coming out from the Beatrix, even the Rod, the Kadita, even Ogwin on the Masha.
Wow, so they already grabbed 2 base turrets here. Chaknu could be trying to force a moment here. Can't do it though, takes quite a bit of damage himself.
There you go.
Deep into the base goes kyletzy, grabbing another kill. The blazing duet's gonna be committed, but not enough to grab anything. BREN Esports is just annihilating Smart Omega into the base, and they can't do anything about it. And BREN Esports takes the series in a perfect fashion.
kyletzy!
Another descendant of the TZ. You know, another descendant of the TZ. That's it.
Oh my.
Man,
This is a revelation, man, of what this guy can do. Placed at a better position, also being at BREN Esports, having the TZ as the moniker, and now he's just unleashing hell on everyone.
Just imagine the feeling of the other regions. Like, come on, stop with the TZ!